Well, hi, everybody. Jay and Don here back from Quest Outdoors. Been a little bit of a break for us here. I had to go away for a little bit and have some reconstructive surgery done on my abdomen. So, for the last 4 weeks, been out of commission, down hard, and just getting back into the swing of things here. So, we love all of our viewers out there, and we sure have missed you, and it is excellent to be back. So, we're back in the saddle here, going to talk about a couple of things. Want to go through some details a little bit more on why I was out, what happened there. And then we're also going to talk through an upcoming trip that Don's got, a hunting trip to New Zealand. So that's really exciting stuff. So rocking on here, getting ready to roll. How you doing, Don?
Good. Um, I missed you too. I can't. Um, so yeah, we're glad to have you back. Somewhat. I know you're still on restrictions, and we have stuff planned. A lot of stuff planned, right? And
Yeah,
a
for
lot of it,
sure.
a lot of it we
For
can't
sure.
do without each other. So we can't.
Teamwork.
Yep, we can't get some of the stuff going on our podcast system here, but we will as soon as you're feeling better. We have lots to do.
Yeah, mobility's been an issue. So um I had surgery in Ohio, went to Cincinnati for the surgery. The surgeon is a specialist down there, well renowned. Guy had a TV show on the Learning Channel for a little while that we found out post the surgery, but some of the details here. Over the years, injured my abdomen and had several hernia surgeries to try to repair a lot of the damage that was done to it. And the previous surgery that I had a couple years ago, was not a success. It caused some difficulties, and it ultimately resulted in about a 12-inch incision down the center of my abdomen. They had to pull out about 5 pounds of muscle tissue and reconstruct my abdomen, pull it all back together, and sew it all back together. And in addition to that, they put in a 5-inch wide piece of mesh that goes from oblique to oblique. So now I'm coming up on the 4 week mark after that, and I can tell you that mobility is still problematic. There's not much I can do physically just yet, but it sure is good to be back in the studio.
So I guess that means you won't be swinging from any trees for a while.
No, no, I'm not going to be monkeying around.
Gotcha.
We've got some stuff we want to do though. We want to
Yeah.
get the drone up,
Yep.
and got another tree stand out there that we're going to get down and take the audience through that, and
Yep.
looking forward to that. Really looking forward to getting the drone up and getting it out over some of the state land that we have down here.
Yeah.
It's that time of year to get some of that stuff done. So, but anyway, from my perspective, good to be back in the saddle here for what the saddle means. Going to be a slow ride for a little bit, but looking forward to continuing to move through it. So, um, anyway, back here to the New Zealand trip. Don, you got a big trip coming up in a few days.
Pretty exciting.
Walk us through that. Tell us what you got going on there. First of all, do this. Tell us about the trip, and then let's get into how you found the organization that you're going to guide through.
So we there's four of us going, but there's only two of us hunting, which will be my friend Maggie, who is also my nutritionist. She also does that for her living. And we we went out for dinner one night, her husband and I and my wife, and we got to talking about this hunting in New Zealand. And I've tried to go a couple times, but something always got in the way. It's a pretty extensive trip that you have to plan to do. You can't just take off and do it, right? So we talked about it. She's been wanting to do it also. So we're going over. Her and I are hunting. My wife and her husband are going to be um, visiting a few wineries, I would imagine, and they've got a lot of stuff planned for them. I think we've got 18 days worth of stuff we're going to be doing over there. We'll be hunting for 5 days. We're going fishing. We're going to be on the South Island, and then we're going to go to the North Island. I think there's a train ride, a boat ride. There's a lot of stuff going on. We're going to be busy the whole time we're there, and
How many actual days of hunting are you looking
So
at?
we'll be hunting 5 days, and the outfitter we're using is South Pacific Safaris.
Okay.
We selected 3 different outfitters to use over there. I had an outfitter in mind that I met at a sports show here in Grand Rapids, and we started talking to them and investigating them and talking to them. Turns out the South Pacific Safaris has an agent here in Holland, Michigan at Long Range Archery, so we could physically go there and speak to them, and they have been there also. Got to look at a couple of their trophies that they shot over there, red stag trophies, and finally chose them. There's several reasons why we chose them, but one of the biggest reason was they kind of their kind of their arrangements are almost for everything we want to do and so on. And we also have a travel agent that we're using that's in New Zealand for the rest of the trip. So we're going to be hunting red stag. Just for everybody that doesn't know this, when you hunt and it's free range. When I say free range, there might be some people out in the audience that have been there before that don't. Well, wait a minute, Don. That's not exactly free range. Well, it is. Um, each property over there is, and theirs is 5,000 acres, is fenced, but the fence is just like a barbed wire fence, 3 strand here that they jump,
So
and
the
they
animals can transition between
yeah
properties
yeah
without any issue.
yeah they can go wherever they want, and the object for them is to keep the animals there where they hunt,
Yeah.
and they can go. They have some other places they can go, but that's the object. So when you choose to hunt red stag, you choose to hunt a certain, as we all know in the industry, right? Inches. Everything is measured in inches if you're looking for a trophy. And so you pay for what you shoot. I'm going to be hunting a 400 plus red stag. I think Maggie's somewhere in the 375 range, somewhere in there. I don't know.
You're doing multiple species, aren't you?
We are. So I'll be hunting elk and red stag both. Maggie's going to be hunting Arapaho sheep. And if anybody doesn't know what that is, it's a full curl ram, and they're very woolly. And that's one of the reasons why she's hunting it. She's interested in the wool on this animal. But there's other species you can hunt tar. There's other sheep. There's other rams. There's other game you can hunt. There's several species that you can choose to hunt. And
Is she doing multiple species also, or is she just going after the
she's
one?
hunting red stag and this Arapaho sheep. Those are her 2 species she's
Okay.
hunting. I would imagine
Okay.
that she's going to have to go probably when she hunts that sheep. It might be a different altitude. I don't know. I don't know the specifics on that. There might be a helicopter ride involved. I don't know.
Nice.
Sometimes they pick the game up. A lot of the game is picked up by a helicopter.
Okay.
So you're going to be and I'm going to be hunting a 400-inch plus elk, which I don't really have an opportunity anymore to hunt here in the United States. As we all know, if you're going to get that type of an elk here in the U.S., you're going to have to gather a lot of points. Colorado, you're going to need 25, 35 points. I don't have enough lifespan left to.
What does that mean? Points. Explain that.
Well, I mean, so each state in the United States, not each state, Colorado, let's use Colorado for an example. Colorado, when you hunt, Colorado is divided into zones, right? Oh, the whole state, 1 through whatever. So whatever zone that you want to hunt in Colorado, some of them require points. What that is that when you apply every year for your license, if you don't get your license, you get a point for not getting your license, or you can just apply for the point. And exactly what it is, 1 through 10,
So
every
you're
time you,
talking years.
yes, every year you get 1 point. That's it. So yes. So if you need 25 to 35 points to hunt area 1 or 2 in Colorado, those are the 2 major trophy areas in Colorado. That's how many points you're going to need. So
Wow.
it's a good
That's
idea.
crazy.
It's a good idea, right? If you have a child who's
Like 6 months old,
right,
get them in the program.
you start absolutely. You start applying for a point. By the time they're 30 years old, they're going to have they're going to get in area 1 or 2.
And
And
is that a one-time deal though? You get to hunt it once
yeah.
and then you got to start over?
Well, I mean, once you get 30, 35 points, right? You're 30, 35 years old. You do it again, you're 65, you're 70 years old. So
Wow.
you could physically do it again. Yes. That's for sure.
It's more or less a once in a lifetime, maybe twice in a lifetime hunting opportunity.
Yep, absolutely. So if you go to
Crazy.
Utah, Nevada, Idaho, uh, Wyoming, Montana, all of those states require point. They are in a point system, except I believe Idaho. Idaho, you can still get an over-the-counter license, but they do have points areas. So the point is what I'm trying to say is if you're going to hunt it in a trophy area in any of these states, you're more than likely going to be applying for a point. And where the United States have planted elk. When I say planted, I mean so Kentucky, Pennsylvania,
What about upstate here? Michigan?
Michigan,
Yeah.
Michigan,
Yeah.
Michigan. So the way Michigan does, right? So I've been applying for elk permit in Michigan for what, 40, 45 years? Haven't got one yet. So the way I understand it now, they fixed it so that if you apply enough, you don't exactly get a point, but they see how many times you have applied and it helps you get the permit. It doesn't guarantee you that by using any type of point system that you're going to get it. Other states, and don't get me wrong, you can buy an over-the-counter license in Colorado, but it's for certain areas, right? If you're and again, we're not trying to pick anybody out here and say, well, I'm not a trophy hunter. I'm not, I don't care about that. We understand. Not everybody's a trophy hunter. I'm talking about getting points to hunt a trophy. So that's why I kind of selected this hunt in New Zealand. Plus, I've wanted to go over there for my whole life. So, anyways,
Okay. Well, that's cool. So basically, at least you get the opportunity where you can kind of choose to go make your hunt. You don't have to go through that year's worth of waiting period. So you guys are traveling over on the 8th, and what's that flight look like?
so yeah, good question. Very good question. So, if you're not familiar with traveling much, and anybody that knows me, that was my life, right? So, I made many, many trips overseas to China and all over the world. That was my business. So this flight's 16 hours. Um, you're going to be sitting. There's you're going to use every bit of entertainment that you can think of. Get up, move
Let's
around,
hope
walk
you don't have an overweight person next to you with bad gas.
around. Yeah. Well, be careful how you say that because my wife will be sitting next to me.
Oh.
I know what you mean. I know what you mean. So yeah, whatever you can, whatever you want to pay for the ticket, right? It's whatever seat you want. You can go in business class or the diamond or platinum area in the plane if you want to pay for that ticket. You'll have a bed nowadays, and you'll have the whole schmear.
I can
You know,
imagine that's expensive.
yeah. I mean, it's yeah. The plane, and we're gonna have to adjust the time, right?
Jet lag.
They're 16 hours ahead of us. So when we get there, they'll be we'll lose a day, but we'll gain a day when we come back. So I mean we're gonna have to get you. That's going to be the biggest issue, getting used to the time change. And a lot of people say, well, start doing it from home. Well, you start doing it from home, you're going to be sleeping during the day. You might as well work third shift if you're going to be sleeping during the day and be up at night because
Yeah,
that's basically
that
what we're
doesn't
going to be
seem
doing.
like a possible thing that you
No,
could really prep for. So you can get over there, you'll hit the ground, and then what are you doing right away? Are you going right out to the field, or what are you doing?
so we're going to have so we're going to get there. Um, I believe we go to Christchurch first, and then we take another small flight to Ackland, Ackland, and we're going to take a 2 day, or is it a 2 day? I can't remember. I think it's 2 days to recover to get used to their time,
Okay. Okay.
which is highly recommended, by the way. Anytime,
Adjust,
yeah,
settle in. Yeah.
right. Anytime you
Acclimate.
go anywhere like that where there's a time change, uh, you know, that's what you want to do. And then the outfitter comes there and picks us up. They'll come and pick us up. Then I believe it's a 2 hour ride in the car to their facility. I think it's 200 feet above sea level at their facility, and then we'll be hunting above that.
Okay.
And it's like the, the I'm we're in the middle of the hunting season, by the way. So when we go there, it'll be fall there.
Oh,
It'll be spring here and fall there.
wow, that's crazy.
So we leave April 8th and they're already hunting. Their hunting season starts in March.
So
Or
what is it? Are you coming into, the rut season over there, or
yeah,
what are you looking at?
yep. The rut for red stag is called the roar. It's not called it's not elk bugling. Well, the elk will be there bugling, but it's called the roar, and that's what a red stag does when it calls to the to the
To the cow?
to the to the yeah, they don't call them cows, but they roar. So if you ever watch the video online of hunting red stag, it's more like a roar. It sounds like a roar. It's not a bugle. It's a roar.
Well, you're gonna have, you'll have we're gonna have some great footage coming back.
Oh yeah,
So we're gonna have a lot of stuff that we capture. I'm looking forward to hearing it and getting it out for the audience to hear too, as well as watching your hunt go down. So we're gonna definitely have maybe one, if not multiple, podcasts on that hunt. So we're looking forward to that.
yeah. I mean, I think we're probably going to end up with what 3 sessions in that.
Yeah, that's gonna be awesome. I'm looking forward to that. So you guys will get out there. You'll make your way out to your lower base camp, and then how are you getting up to your forward camp? Do you know what transportation you're gonna have?
Well, I mean, they're picking us up at the airport, as I said. They take us to the lodge. We'll be in the lodge, and then this basically, I haven't been there, but I've watched their films and I've talked to them plenty. So they're basically side by side us. We'll take trails on a side by side. We'll go up to
So you'll
elevations,
ATV up to your forward base.
elevations, and then spot scope uh, the game. Um,
Are you hunting in a forward base, or are you hunting from the lodge
no,
and
we're
just
hunting.
going out daily?
We're hunting from the lodge.
Oh, okay, okay,
So,
all right. Well, that's totally awesome.
yep.
So looking forward to getting that footage back and seeing how that goes.
That's going to be very exciting. It's going to be awesome. I mean, just to listen to the game, the
Yeah,
animals out there, and to see, it's absolutely beautiful scenery. We'll be fishing one day in the ocean. By the way, South Pacific Safaris is very near. In fact, you can see the ocean from the lodge, and then they're hunting. They hunt inland from there. So I think there's when we're doing when we're once the hunt is over and once we're traveling, we go back to Auckland and then we take a train. Forget where the train is to our next destination. I mean, we're going to Hobbit Land. We've got a
you and Frodo,
yeah, yeah, yep. I get to meet Frodo.
huh?
Frodo. That's kind of exciting.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's
So
awesome.
it's
So
going to be. They say once if you go to New Zealand, you just like to stay there. It's absolutely beautiful, and
yeah,
hopefully we have enough stuff. We have enough cameras, um, GoPro cameras, stuff to catch as much as we can to show
yeah,
everybody what we
yeah.
see and what it's
That's
like.
awesome.
Yep.
Yeah, well, we're looking forward to getting that footage out for sure. Looking forward to the whole experience. What do you got? What do you have for predators there? Anything that you have to be concerned about as you're out there?
See, that's the thing. These animals that thrive out there have no predator. But also New Zealand's a very clean country, right? When you come in there, um, they're going to take our boots and they're going to sanitize them if you don't already have them clean enough. They're pretty strict about um, bringing in even any medicine that they don't that doesn't have the you don't have a prescription for or any. They keep an eye on all that stuff, right? So there is no predation there, and that's why these animals thrive, and that's why they hunt them, right? Otherwise, they'd be out of control. I mean,
Okay.
they have they have tar, they have uh, jammies, they have elk, they have fallow buck, they have red stag, they have I believe, if I'm not mistaken, one, two, three, four species of rams of sheep. They have wild boar, and so yeah, I mean, those are no predation. So,
Well, that's awesome. That means you ought to have an opportunity to to bag a big one.
Yeah, I'm hoping so.
That's sweet. That's sweet. All right.
So, and just for the audience, we're going to be rifle hunting. This is not a bow hunting trip.
What is your weapon of choice?
Well, I'm I'm going to either use a 300 mag or a 308. That's going to be my. Now we had this discussion before we got on this podcast, right? You were talking about 6.5.
Yeah, Creedmoor. Yep.
Well, what do you got to say about that?
Well,
Are you on the fence about that? About the
no,
power of it or the distance?
no, I'm a 6.5 Creedmoor fan. If you really want to reach out and touch something, and it's got, in my opinion, less drop over distance than the 300 or the 308. So from a bullet size to a powder capacity, you're dealing with a longer range weapon, I think. And again, our viewers may have a different opinion on that, but I know the 6.5 is a reach out and touch somebody. So 308's a good gun too. There's nothing wrong with that, but you know, you're going to be hunting in elevations. You're going to be potentially shooting up, shooting down. So I personally believe over distance, there's less of a drop in the 6.5 than you're going to get in 308. So that's why I was asking you before we got on the podcast here what your preference was. And if I had the opportunity, I'd do the 6.5. That'd be what I would do for sure. I like the bullet. Um, I like the distance that it has. The trajectory is the ballistics on it are just I think it's a better round personally, but we'll see what you do
Yeah.
and see how it works out.
Yep.
So, all right. Well, short podcast today, ladies and gentlemen. We just wanted to get out to you, let you know we're still here, we're still alive, and thankfully, we are, and we've got some great stuff coming at you.
Yep.
So I'm gonna pass it back to Don here for closing thoughts a minute, and then we'll seal this one up and get back to you.
Just so everybody knows too, before we close out, the fishing team, the one boat goes into the water tomorrow for the 2026 fishing season, which includes many, many things coming up with that. And Jay and I will be on the boat doing
Yeah.
some fishing and some
Yep.
filming, and
For sure.
upcoming events on that will be plenty. There'll be lessons taught, there'll be fish caught, and a lot of fun. So
Yep.
that's coming up too. There'll probably be some walleye fishing in there, as Jason mentioned. We'll be flying the drone. We have a couple more stands to remove. We'll get some better filming in on that. Sorry about the last one, folks, because that was my wife and I while Jay was in the hospital, and she wasn't familiar with doing much, but we had some fun. So,
Yeah.
anyways,
Yeah. For sure.
just
Yeah.
just stay tuned. A lot of stuff coming up.
Yeah. So Don and Jay here, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget, click that like button, hit the subscribe, join the channel for regular updates. We're back in the saddle again, and we're really looking forward to getting you some great stuff coming up here. So, Quest Outdoors signing off. Keep it real, folks. Adventure starts here.
Say